Hi guys, here I am again, still in quarantine. It's me, Jennifer Montgomery, with Inspired Soul Sessions from Key West. So it's April 21st, 2020. I'm just popping in because it's crazy out there. People are really triggered. Yeah, woo, it's wild. So the energies have been fluctuating. Schumann resonance has been going like up and down. It was super high on Saturday, like 100, 111 or something. It's good. It felt really amazing, but it has been like dipping and then going up a little and then it went back down. So I'm feeling it, feeling a little tired and like not bad, but like a wave came through yesterday. I just like started to get kind of tired and fuzzy, and but I'm still keeping on. But things are being uncovered. Pay attention to what the news is reporting. If you watch it, I pay attention to people and their reactions or responses. So I think today I just would like to, with that said, I just want to focus on responding versus reacting, which is super important to maintain your own inner balance, because reacting is not so powerful necessarily. Responding is more in your power. So we can look at things and see them in black and white. We can see what is being reported. We don't have to see what's being reported. We know what's going on. Our government does not tell us the truth. We are not under a truthful impression. There's been illusion. It's pretty obvious with people not getting payments, unemployment not being received, the system is flawed. All of this is not a coincidence. This wasn't just like I said before, this isn't an oopsie. It's not an oopsie. This is designed. It needs to change. Whether you agree with me or not, I don't care. But seriously, in the just as far as what was coming, what was being stirred up, and this has been destined to happen for years, for a while. So this wasn't, like I said, it wasn't an oopsie. So it's happening for a reason. It's happening to bring light. It's happening for positive change. And anytime there's going to be positive change, that indicates that there's things that need changing, and maybe they don't really look very nice. Maybe they look dark, maybe they look ugly, maybe they're uncomfortable, maybe there was unawareness. Excuse me. So I, for one, wasn't aware that the state of Florida's unemployment system was so jacked up. I had no idea. Yeah, maybe I should have checked that out before I moved here. I don't know, but did I expect myself to be, and all of us to be in such a situation? No. And here I am. But the good thing is, I'm not a systems person, and this is how my nonconformity kind of works for me, because I'm a free thinker. I kind of am, I'm a free bird in how I live. So before I make moves, I do my very, very, very best to make sure I have all my bases covered before I make the move. So obviously, shifting, it's a paradigm shift, living in Key West versus the Philadelphia area. That's pretty obvious. And yes, it's paradise, but paradise ain't always pretty either. So, for every light there's a dark, every dark there's a light, whatever. It's not all going to be like static. So I researched and studied this area, this island, this this place, the dynamics, what makes it work, how do people live, what are some of the issues here, you know, what are people confronted with, you know, looking at the pros and the cons. So in doing that, I had myself aligned so that I would be okay in the event of an emergency. Well, here we are. It's a little more than an emergency. It's like it's like a world crisis, but it's not. Like, I'm saying that sarcastically, and some people would think, how can you laugh about that? But truthfully, because of my spiritual understanding of this, and that's how my approach is to this and most things in life, is that trouble don't last always. It just doesn't. I mean, trouble does not last always. So yes, it's uncomfortable. Yes, we're seeing things like, holy shit, this sucks. Oh man, I want this to be over. Yeah, we all do. Okay. But we're here now. What can we do with this? You know, a lot of stuff is being uncovered. And I think that's a good thing. I think it's good to see what was hidden in plain sight. It's been there all along. I mean, whether we've chosen to ignore it, whether we truthfully didn't see it because we weren't looking, it doesn't mean it's not there. It's like, you know, having like, you know, a bunch of crap piled up in a dark, dirty old closet. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there. So, because I've had situations similar to that in my life show up, obviously not a global thing, but in my world, it was like, I mean, it shook my world. Like, things that I thought I was under one impression and I was living on that timeline, and then information was uncovered, and then I'm like, oh, okay. So at that time, I was in a different energy and a different understanding of life. I probably had a temper tantrum or two and was totally outraged. But if we can detach from the emotional part and not react and respond to it, it makes it a lot easier to cope with and to navigate in a different way and come up and formulate a plan, a thought process, an idea, whatever it takes for you to stay grounded. Seeing a lot of people on social media, like social media right now, I'm like, I can't even. Everything, like I'm like scrolling through like everything, and unless it's like something that's like a dedicated spiritual page or forum or something, it's like politics, like that's just a buffer. The politics is bullshit. It's a buffer for something deeper. And being in the blame and the resentment, again, it's just let it go, because it's just hurting you. It doesn't matter who you like. It doesn't matter what party you're with. And I've said, you know, before, I'm not a political person. I like facts. I like to use my own discernment to make a decision. There isn't one side that's going to be all wonderful and another side that's not. I mean, it's human nature. There's nothing that's ever going to be all perfect. So you have to work with what you have. I will say that our current president is like him and his personality, whether you like him or you don't, I don't care, it doesn't matter. But if you take that individual and what is being shown because of his action, because of his personality, because of, you know, words he uses, says, whatever, it's allowing us to see. It's allowing us to see what's there. So if someone says, oh, you know, I don't like him, he's a racist, he's this, he's that, okay, valid, whatever, that's your opinion. However, when you put that person in a leading position and people are watching him, well, look at what he's stirring up. Look at what energy is being attracted by that. So rather than hate that or, you know, blame, you can look at it as a opportunity for enlightenment, to see, like, he obviously got voted in. Think about it. So there's a more widespread energy than just that person that was already present in our country. And I think that's worth evaluating on either side. So to stay out of blame, because like I said, I'm not a political person. I was very resistant to our president. I was like, whoa, like, you know, there's some outlandish, outrageous stuff I don't agree with. Okay, that's my personal preference, from as a matter of integrity and my value system. The things that were shown to me, I didn't really agree with. Again, but I also don't know, when we look at, you know, fake news and the way that the media portrays things, I don't, you know, sometimes it can be a little hard to discern what's real, what's not real. So that's where I use my own intuition and look at it from a wider perspective rather than narrow in on like that and hone in on that. Because I think that we all have a purpose. So whether we're talking about, you know, the president or another person that's in an influential or powerful position, it's not the person, it's what are they invoking? What are they bringing forth? What are they uncovering? So that's why I think it's really valuable and worthwhile to stay in a positive energy despite hardship and the actual circumstance, because the circumstance isn't going to last forever. So you can choose to react to everything that's going on and get outraged and get yourself really upset, worried, anxious, or just take one little step outside of it to raise the vibration, rise up. And you, me, each of us individually, if we do that, it's raising the collective energy. So we are so powerful. Like, we are so powerful that we can do that. So it's important, though, to do it in a, I think in an intentional way. Because when we like lose our shit and get all like reactive, like, first of all, it's hard to take someone seriously when they're that pent up with emotion and releasing all of that, because it scares some people. I personally am just like, yeah, whoa. You know, like, you want to step out of that. You can later evaluate it from a distance, but it's much nicer when you approach something in a calmer, collected, conscious, intentional way. And I think you have a lot more staying power that way, because people will take it more seriously and other people will be a lot more positively responsive to it. So that's basically my intention with just kind of popping in to like kind of set that reminder, because no amount of blame or anger or frustration is going to change what's currently happening. So that's my purpose in researching things, so I understand. I like to understand things from a deeper level, because I just don't trust it. I don't trust everything that's on the surface is exactly true and the end all be all. It's just, you know, that's like meeting a person for the first time and thinking, you know, that's all there is to them. That's almost ridiculous. I mean, we're all, you know, we have different, you know, dimensions and angles, and we're like crystals, you know, depending upon how you look at the crystal, you know, you might define what you see or not. So I think all this is, I'm approaching it positive. I mean, and again, I'm in a position of, I'm in the same boat as everyone else in a sense, you know. I mean, we're all in this, you know. We have varying degrees of, you know, suffering with it. But again, that's another lesson in life. I think I'm a independent person. I don't like to depend on some other entity for my survival or for my security. So I leave that up to me. So I might be kind of coming through this in a different way. But then there's the people that perhaps aren't that way, and they're a little bit more community dependent, where I might be a little bit more independent and like, I got this. That's just, I mean, you know, so we all have something to add and to contribute here as far as learning and understanding. But if we all just stay as calm as possible and trust that this is for our highest good. And I don't know what the end game is. I have no idea. I mean, you know, we don't, again, like I said last week, I don't know how long this is going to last. We don't know, but it's change and it's a process. And eventually when you're ascending into different dimensions, realms, understandings, whatever. I mean, I don't know what word you want to use, or I want to use even, but I can just say from being on this ascension journey for 7 years of my own awareness, you know, there's moments that just suck. Like, they feel like shit. It's like, God damn it. Like, when is this ever gonna end? But then you just kind of get to these moments because you just do. You keep going. You just do what you got to do. And you don't even know if you're doing the right thing, but you're just doing. And you just reach a point and it's like, wow, I've really come far. Or I got through that, or I did, you know, I did good. So I think we're all in that. But I think an important part is just remaining calm, trust. This is change. It's global change. It's not just you. It's not even just your immediate community. It's happening globally. So we're going to be okay. But again, respond versus react. You want to keep your power. Keep your power with you. Because when you react, you're a lot more susceptible to being manipulated, taken advantage of, lowering your immune system, tiring yourself out, getting off balance. So take deep breaths, pay attention, drink your water, love each other, be happy, and that's all I got. So yes, if you'd like to comment, subscribe, feel free. What else? My blog, jmontgomeryart.net/lifeisart. I have social media, Jennifer Montgomery Artist on Facebook, same thing on Instagram, I'm on YouTube. So I hope everyone's doing well. Hang in there, go for a walk, smile, do whatever, but it's going to be okay. And get, you know, again, like I always say, turn off the TV. Okay, have an awesome day. Thank you. Bye.